Welcome to another FieldVision training video. My name is Dave LaFour. This is part 3 of setting up your organization. In this video, I'm going to show you how to manage workgroups and users. Let's look at workgroups. A workgroup is a collection of users and work orders that are grouped together so that the users assigned to a workgroup have access to all of the work orders in that workgroup. Furthermore, when a work order is assigned to a work group, the property associated with that work order is also visible to the users in that work group. For example, we are looking at the Metro Area Maintenance Work Group. This work group has 4 work orders assigned to it: the CO Bank and Trust Summer Maintenance, First Main Street Maintenance, the test work order we put in earlier, and the WG Store 7370 mowing work order. We have one assigned user in this work group, and that's Joe Smith. So that means that Joe can see all 4 of these work orders, and he can see the properties associated with these work orders. If we want to add work orders to this work group or add users, we click on the upper right dots, and we have a drop-down list of work orders. So let's go pick another maintenance type work order. Make sure we hit the plus to add it to our list of work orders. And let's look at the users. We only have 2 users, and I'm currently logged in as John Doe. So we are going to add a user in the next part of this video. Come back and add that user to this work group. But this is how you would do it, by pulling the drop-down list of your users, clicking plus, and then submitting that. And that's how you edit a work group. Now let's go back to our list of work groups. I've got 6 work groups here. Keep in mind that you can create work groups any way you want that works for your organization. You could create one work group and put all of your work orders in there and all of your users in there, and everybody can see and work on everything. Or you can make it more specific by a type of group. In this case, we've got Bob's Janitorial. So I would only put things for Bob in that work group, and Bob wouldn't see anything else unless we added Bob to a different work group. Same thing for Jake's Landscaping. I can put work orders for Jake in there, add Jake as a user to that work group, and he can see the things that I want him to see. You can create work groups for a crew. You could create work groups by a specific type of customer. For example, we've got the WG Stores grounds maintenance. You can create work groups by service category. In this case, we've got various grounds maintenance work groups, and we've got a separate landscaping work group and a separate janitorial work group. You could put work groups for snow removal. You could put them for HVAC, plumbing, whatever your business is. It's up to you to decide how you want to group your users and your work orders. Also, when setting up your work groups, it's important to remember that you can put a work order in more than one work group. You can also assign a single user to more than one work group. For example, we have our Metro Area Maintenance Work Group with Joe Smith is the assigned user. But we have also assigned Joe to the East Metro Denver Grounds Maintenance Work Group. Consequently, Joe has access to work orders in both of those work groups. And as I mentioned, you can put a work order in more than one work group. And here's why you might want to do that sometimes. For example, we have WG Stores So we've got all the work orders for the chain of WG stores in their own work group, but we've also got a couple of those assigned to the metro area maintenance. And in this case, this allows you to give work orders to the crews that are actually doing the work, and also to give access to, say, a property manager with WG stores. They may be out of state, out of town. If it's a large chain, you can give them access to see what's going on the work orders on their properties. They just need to download the app, sign up, send you a join request, and then you can add them to as an assigned user, and they will be able to see only those work orders that are relevant to them. They wouldn't be able to see the work orders for other chains of customers you're servicing. It's a good way to give people access to only those properties and work orders that they should have access to. Now let's go back and review managing users. You probably have a list of people in mind that you want to give access to your work orders and properties. This could be your field service employees, could be your subcontractors, could be your customers, could be a property owner. As we've said, anybody who needs access to the work order information can download the FieldVision app, and you can give them access. So for our demo account, our training video, we have asked Jane Doe to download the app, sign up as an individual user, and then she sent us a join organization request. And here we see it under pending. Now we've already been working with Joe Smith. We have already accepted his request. And now we need to accept Jane's request. Let's say accept, and now she moves over to accepted. After you've accepted Jane's join organization request, remember that you need to add Jane to a work group so that she can see work orders that you want her to see. Right now, if Jane logs in, Jane cannot see anything in our organization, in our demo account here. But after we add her, let's go add Jane to metro area maintenance. Add Jane. Make sure you hit the plus. So she's added to the list here. And then we will submit. And now, when Jane logs into FieldVision, she will see the work orders for metro area maintenance. So she's going to see 5 work orders here, and you can put Jane to work. Now let me recap just a few important points here. Users that you want to assign work orders to need to download the FieldVision app. They need to send you a join organization request, and you need to accept that join organization request. After you accept the join organization request, you need to assign the user to a work group that has the work orders that you want them to have access to. Now, if one of your users says, I logged into FieldVision, but I can't see any work orders, what that means is that you probably haven't added the user to the work group that has work orders that they need to see. So if anybody tells you I can't see my work orders, that's where you need to look. You got to go to the work group and make sure that the work orders and the users are in that same work group. That concludes part 3 of 3 of setting up your organization. I hope this has been helpful. For more information, please see us at www.dtsisoftware.com.